Picture this. The sun slowly sinks behind the horizon, painting the African sky with hues of orange and purple. The air, thick with the day's heat, carries the distant call of wild animals. This is the African wilderness, a world of raw beauty and breathtaking landscapes, where the rhythm of life is dictated not by the ticking of a clock, but by the rise and fall of the sun. It is a world both serene and savage, a place of stark contrasts, where life and death dance in a delicate ballet. Here, the silent whisper of the wind in the tall savanna grass tells tales of survival and struggle, of predator and prey. And in this vast expanse of wilderness, the king of beasts reigns supreme. The African lion, with its golden mane and powerful build, is a symbol of strength and courage. But in this peaceful landscape, their roar sends a chilling reminder of the inherent dangers that come with living in the wild. Yet, within the pride, some lions stand out, not for their strength or their courage, but for their notorious reputation. They are the Manitas, the lions that have developed a taste for human flesh. Their stories, woven into the fabric of local folklore, are a stark reminder of the thin line that separates man from beast. In the heart of this magnificent landscape, we find the tales of two notorious Manitas, the lion of Mfuwu and Osama. These lions, with their ruthless hunting prowess and chilling attacks, have left an indelible mark on the communities they terrorized. Their stories, filled with fear and intrigue, serve as a stark reminder of the dangers lurking beneath the tranquil surface of the wilderness. As we journey into the heart of the African wilderness, let us delve into the tales of these man-eaters and explore the chilling reality of life in the wild. In the heart of this magnificent landscape, we find the tales of two notorious man-eaters, the lion of Mfuwu and Osama. Our first story takes us to the banks of the Luangwa River Valley, where in 1991 a terrifying predator emerged. The lion of Mfuwu, as it would come to be known, was not your ordinary African lion. With a fierce courage and a terrifying audacity, this beast took it upon itself to terrorize the villagers living at the edge of the wilderness. This king of the jungle, this embodiment of primal fear, was no respecter of boundaries between man and beast. It ventured into the villages, stalking its prey under the cover of darkness. Its reign of terror was swift and brutal, claiming the lives of 6 villagers in a span of just a few months. The villagers lived in a constant state of fear, their daily routines disrupted, their nights filled with dread. The lion of Mfuwu was not just a predator, it was a marauder, a ghost in the night that could strike at any moment. In a chilling display of audacity, the lion would parade through the village with a grim trophy, the laundry bag of one of its victims, clutched in its jaws. This was not just about survival, it was about dominance, a cruel reminder of the thin line between man and beast. The villagers were not alone in their fight against this beast. A man from California visiting on a safari took it upon himself to end this reign of terror. He spent 20 nights in a hunting blind, his determination unwavering, his resolve unshaken, his patience paid off. The lion of Mfuwu was finally brought down, its reign of terror brought to an abrupt end. The villagers could breathe again, their nights no longer filled with the terror of the unknown. But the story of the lion of Mfuwu does not end there. Today, its imposing figure stands on display at the Field Museum in Chicago, a chilling testament to the dangers of the wild, a reminder of the balance between man and nature. The lion of Mfuwu was an exception, a deviation from the norm. But its story serves as a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of nature. It reminds us of the delicate balance that exists between man and beast, and the respect that must be maintained for the wild. Despite the terror it inflicted, the lion of Mfuwu has its place in the complex tapestry of life in the African wilderness. Its story is not just one of fear and death, but also of resilience, of survival, and of the indomitable spirit of man and beast alike. The lion of Mfuwu, now a museum exhibit, remains a chilling testament to the dangers of the wild. Its story is a compelling chapter in the ongoing saga of man's relationship with nature, a saga that continues to unfold in the wild landscapes of Africa and beyond. Opening. Our next tale transports us to the dense forests of Rufiji, Tanzania, where another fearsome man-eater left its mark. As our journey continues, we find ourselves in Rufiji, Tanzania, a region known for its dense forests and expansive savannas. Here, a lion named Osama, named after the infamous terrorist, created a reign of terror that the locals would never forget. From 2002 to 2004, Osama was a name synonymous with fear. This ruthless predator was not just a part of a pride, but was the one singled out for his relentless attacks. Accused of claiming the lives of over 50 people from 8 different villages, Osama was a stark reminder of the ferocity of nature. The villagers lived in constant fear, their everyday lives overshadowed by the looming threat of Osama. The lion's brutal attacks weren't just random acts of violence. They were strategic, calculated, and terrifyingly efficient. Osama was a true man-eater, a predator that had learned to see humans as prey. But what made Osama so different? What drove this lion to become such a terrifying force? For insights, we turn to a lion scientist, an expert in the behavior and characteristics of these magnificent creatures. According to him, Osama's behavior was unusual, even for a lion. His relentless attacks on humans, his fearlessness, and his strategic hunting tactics were all traits that set him apart. As the lion scientist explains, Osama was part of a pride, but he was the one singled out for his ruthless attacks. His name, inspired by the infamous terrorist, echoed the fear he instilled in the local communities. But the reign of Osama didn't last forever. In April of 2004, Game Scouts, with their unyielding determination and relentless pursuit, finally managed to bring down the fearsome Osama. It was a moment of relief, a moment when the communities could finally breathe easy, knowing that the terror had ended. However, Osama's legacy lived on. His reign of terror was a reminder of the delicate balance between man and beast, a balance that can easily tip when one side encroaches on the other's territory. Osama was not just a man-eater. He was a symbol of the struggle between humans and the wild. While some speculated about the reasons behind Osama's behavior, one fact was clear. Osama was a product of his environment, an environment that had been disrupted by human activities. His story is a stark reminder of the consequences of such disruptions. Ending, Osama's legacy, though steeped in terror, reminds us of the delicate balance between man and beast. As we delve deeper into the wilderness, let us be mindful of the creatures that call it home, and remember that coexistence is key to our shared survival. The tales of the Lion of Mfuwe and Osama are not just stories of fear and terror. They serve as poignant reminders of the intricate dance of life and death, staged in the vast wilderness. These lions, although branded as man-eaters, were simply fulfilling their roles in the natural world. Their stories underscore the importance of respect and understanding for all of nature's inhabitants, no matter how terrifying they may seem. Our planet is a vast tapestry, woven with countless threads of life. Each creature, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, plays a vital role in maintaining the harmony of this intricate web. The lions of Mfuwe and Rufiji were not anomalies, but rather products of their environment and circumstances. Their actions, although seen as horrific through human eyes, were driven by the basic instinct of survival. This is not to say that we should dismiss the tragedies that befell the villagers. Their fears and losses are real, and they remind us of the razor-thin line that separates us from the wild. Yet, it is essential to remember that we share our world with these creatures. Encroachment on their habitats, driven by human expansion and the desperate search for resources, disrupts the natural order, sometimes with fatal consequences. It is a delicate balance, this dance between man and beast. It requires understanding, respect, and a willingness to coexist. It demands recognition of the fact that we are not the only inhabitants of this world, and that every creature has a role to play in the grand scheme of nature. The stories of the Lion of Mfuwe and Osama are indeed chilling, but they are also enlightening. They serve to remind us of the inherent dangers that come with stepping into the wilderness, but also of the beauty and complexity of the natural world. They highlight the importance of conservation efforts, not just for the benefit of these magnificent creatures, but for the survival of our own species as well. As we marvel at the beauty of nature, let us never forget the dangers that lurk within, reminding us of the delicate balance that exists between man and beast.